I'm stunning him.
Stun bomb out!
He's getting himself up. Hello viewers, and today I am revisiting the Type 63 marksman rifle for Warzone. Now, if you played in Cold War Season 1 of Warzone, you all know that the DMRs in the Type 63 and the DMR 14 were completely overpowered because you could fire them extremely quickly and not have much recoil to have to contend with. But since its huge nerf, you'll probably find that the DMR and the Type 63 has completely dropped off the radar and you'll never find it in people's loadouts or loot. And so in this video I wanted to return to the Type 63 and try my hand at making a build for the Type 63 that's actually viable in Warzone. But with that nerf I mentioned, the recoil for each subsequent shot actually increases over time. That is to say that the second and third shot, whilst firing fairly quickly with the Type 63 and the DMR, has quite significant recoil, so you have to pace your shots a little bit more and be a bit more patient. And so the attachments that I've chosen for this weapon increase the long range effectiveness of the weapon, so we're increasing damage range, bullet velocity and the clarity at enemies that are a little bit further away. But before I break down these attachments for you and show you some awesome gameplay that I've got with this Type 63, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video so I know that you enjoy this type of content, and let me know down in the comments weapons that you would like to see in future videos. And so, starting off as we very often do in the muzzle attachment slot, I am using the GRU silencer. This is essentially the Russian version of the agency suppressor from the American Cold War weapons, and we like to think of it as a bit of a beefed up version of the monolithic suppressor from the Modern Warfare weapons. The GRU silencer is probably one of the best attachments that you can use right now, probably alongside the flash guard, which now provides position concealment. That means that I'm pretty sure your red dot on the minimap will only actually show up for 0.1 seconds rather than the full 1 second had you not have anything on that muzzle. But the GRU silencer, as well as providing that all-important sound suppression, decreases vertical recoil by 5%. It increases bullet velocity by 25%, and damage range has an increase of around about 10%. The combination of these improvements simply mean that we can be stealthy at long range, and with that slight reduction to vertical recoil, follow-up shots are that little bit easier, especially after the nerf. In the barrel attachment slot, people are very put off by the final barrel, which is the 21.5 Task Force barrel, even though it does have an improvement combination between damage range and bullet velocity. The cons do say that it increases vertical and horizontal recoil, but that is simply not the case according to true game data. Instead, we simply get a healthy boost of 36% to damage range, and we get a bullet velocity boost of 23%, and there are apparently no downsides. Of course, the developers at Raven Software might fix this in the coming months, but as of making this video, there are actually no downsides to using this barrel, and we get a nice combination of boosts in damage range and bullet velocity, which is perfect for the kind of build that I'm going for. If you haven't noticed by now, you can see that I'm actually using the Type 63 as almost a semi-automatic sniper of sorts, and to build upon that easiness with the follow-up shots that we need, the Spetsnaz ergonomic grip in the underbarrel attachment slot is what I'm using. It provides a 7% reduction to vertical recoil control and a 15% reduction to horizontal recoil control. That can be really good for when the enemies all of a sudden come up and you're in a little bit closer and you are almost forced to fire as quickly as you can. That horizontal recoil control will really help you in a pinch in those situations. For the optic, I'm using an optic which I would have said for you to definitely not use 1 or 2 seasons ago, and that is because this was one of the only high-powered scopes that actually produced a glint for the Cold War weapons. But now the developers at Raven Software have fixed that. The Sustat multi-zoom has become, I think, a little bit more of a good choice alongside things like the Hangman RF or the Vulture Custom Zoom. The SUSTAT multi-zoom is nice and versatile because you can quickly switch between a 2x and a 4x magnification, and this means that the overall effectiveness of the Type 63 can be very good at short and long range. As I mentioned, if you suddenly get crept up on, that 2x zoom is there to help you then. If not, you can go for those single fire sniper shots with the 4x magnification, so it basically just allows you to use the Type 63 in more situations. And for the final attachment, as I've added quite a lot of weight to the weapon, and it is a single fire weapon and it's not necessarily a bolt action sniper, so the power isn't fully there at long range, and that is why I'm using the KGB pad in the stock attachment slot. Unfortunately, True Game Data hasn't actually published any of the full statistics for the Type 63, probably because it's undergoing so many changes, but on the other weapons, this stock will improve your aim walking movement speed by around about 38%, which can be ideal for just taking those quick little sidestep shots and slowly bleeding the armor of your enemy. And I found it's actually really useful because it just increases your overall agility and maneuverability, especially when you're in a fight with someone with a rapid fire weapon. You can just put a little bit of pressure on them and you're only exposing yourself when you are able to deal damage to them. But let me know down in the comments if you do give this Type 63 a go. If you were an avid user of the Type 63 during Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2, I think you'll find that the Type 63 definitely is not as good as it once was. But it just forces you to use the Type 63 as more of a long-range semi-automatic sniper rather than something a bit like the FAL from Modern Warfare. But let me know if you give it a go nonetheless. And leave a like if you enjoy the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the gameplay. We can't go through it. Where are you going? Oh, you're just going to try. Oh, shit. Well, right, I'm going to peek right. Okay, just peek at the same time.
Yeah.
I've hit him once.
Down.
Good shot, good shot. I'm stunning him. He's getting himself up.
You get those satchel. He's up.
I've got one. I've got the satchel.
Yeah. Mine that door.
Let me just... I'm going to mine here as well. Because if they want to just like get the drop on us, they go.
Yeah.
Landing charge.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, we just need to watch. Got on mine there, so it should be good.
Gas is closing in.
Is that your laser?
Yeah.
That's where I can... You know when the gas like moves through funny looking objects, it looks like someone's running towards you. Yeah, don't go near the entrance just in case.
You need to just wait until
17. Jeez. On us.
Gas is moving in.
Good shot.
Safe zone located.
His mate's there. I'm gonna stun him before we peek. Get ready.
Gun bomb out.
Go on.
Oh.
Didn't stun him. One more. Maybe we should just move now. You reckon? Sorry. I force a habit in solos. Gotta be people. Oh yeah, there is. Don't land.
Hostile maneuvering.
Do you want me to jump out or?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, he's got stopping power, Charlie, because you lost health and shields then.
Where is it?
Found it. Okay, his mate was an Adler skin. Found him.
Check your bloody fire.
Okay, go, let's get loaded up.
I see him, I see him. He hit. That bullet landed at his feet.
On the way.
Trying to go did it on side.
Really close to him.
Gas
just
is
jumped on the
inbound.
train.
Marking new safe zone.
We might see him in a minute. I need to make a habit. Oh, they've got... Me basket's moved.
Yeah.
If I can hide under the bridge.
AT mine primed. Everyone's in the safe zone. AT mine primed.
You want me to get in?
Get your revenge.
Recon intel secured. Solid work.
It's quite funny, you just sort of stayed in a seated position. It's just the helicopter disappeared.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Are we jumping off now? Or staying up? I actually leant forward in real life then to get on that rail. Not from here.
Everyone's in the safe zone.
My mine just went off, someone's on me.
Shit! Just camped good.
Enemy UAV
I'm gonna
overhead.
finish this. I'm gonna finish it.
Today.
Primary objective accomplished. Recon intel secured.
I downed one and killed him, but his mate's still up here.
On top of it. Broke his armor, broke his armor.
Still standing.
Got him. Put a mine on the door, I knew he was going to chase me. He's a thirsty little boy.
Wouldn't it be cool if thumbnails were gift?
That would be cool. It's a data problem though, ain't it? Players right there. Look. I'm gonna get him. Hit him. I got one hit on him. Mate's on the right corner.
Yeah, that's a tree.
Oh, a bullet drop on this. He might shoot me. Oh, hit him though. I'm not peeking that anymore. There was him as well.
Everyone's in the safe zone.
Throw a grenade at them!
For God's sake.
Oh, I just hit him. Oh, stop shooting at me. The guy got been injured.
Where?
Follow me, watch!
Gulag locked down.
That's his mate.
Clear.
Oh, it hit him. No way.
I'll just
Got
keep
gas
right there.
inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Yeah. I've got a precision and I'm super tempted to precision that truck, but I just don't think it's worth it.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Bullet drop in this Type 63 is...
Target right here.
They're rubbish.
They are struggling.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay, Sam, mate.
Contact.
you got
That's
stealth
typical,
vest.
innit? No, I used it before.
That's Foxy!
Those people will have jumped off that building now because the gas is...
Oh, it's on the door right there.
Mark the
Rocket,
target.
rocket. I can hear a rocket. Hit.
Right beneath us. Right there. George, follow me.
Yeah, don't peek that guy we've been shooting at 'cause he's got a sniper.
Follow the roof, George.
Frag out.
Okay. Where?
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Oh, oh, precision, Charlie, get inside. Get inside, Charlie.
No, they parachute bastard.
Kelly.
Charlie, Fireman's Tower. Fireman's Tower.
Down, down.
Yep. Can't
George,
precision that.
we need to get right down. People are going to be pushing us.
Wherever we land, I've got a deploy.
Yeah, then pop.
Gas is moving. Only
Let's
10
jump
are
off,
left.
George. Push is like, there's cover down there.
Moving.
Yeah.
Sniper. Where that is again.
I'm jumping.
Oh, it's in the tower. It's in the tower again.
Down there, George, look. There's loads of cover.
I lost sound then.
Contact! Contact!
Enemy
What
UAV
the hell are you
overhead.
doing?
SMG located.
No time to sleep on the
I'm
top.
alright, thanks. There was 2 people in that truck, Charlie.
Yeah.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Watch this, that bar stop. But the guy, where the bar is shooting you.
I'm gonna,
5 remaining.
maybe I shouldn't. Why?
Hard that.
Actually, really good.
Oh god, you're really far right now.
I can see this guy. I'm gonna kill him.
Very nice, come back to me, because I don't get this guy on this block right here.
Got movement. Gas is moving.
Oh yeah.
Kelly.
I've still got a precision, remember, and it's us versus him. 2v1. Nice. That was a funny video. Well done. I bet you got quite a few kills, and I think I only got 3.
I think I only got 3.
If you were, don't leave yet, because my thing's only just. I think.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
one more.
we only got 4 each.
Bullshit, what? I got the guy in the tower, and I got that last guy.
Maybe other people were doing more damage to him.